Hey, my name's Kyle. I finally decided to start documenting my fitness journey. It's been a long time coming, and finally finding the courage to do it. Like most people, we all have something that kind of sparks that initial drive to self-betterment, whether that's your job, health, or anything in life, whatever is important to you. My spark happened when I was in college. I was a sophomore at Virginia Tech and decided to walk to the weight room and start trying to take training pretty seriously. Comus Hall was by far the biggest gym I'd ever seen. So not only was I the new guy in the gym, it was, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of really strong people in here and I have no idea what I'm doing. And keep in mind, I'm also 130 pounds at this point and 5'11", 6 foot with shoes though. So I had no idea what I was doing. Felt very out of place there. When I was 130 pounds, I couldn't bench my body weight on the bench press, and we won't even talk about squats because the legs were non-existent. Luckily, they've grown quite a bit. So when I started lifting, I was the same height, couldn't do my body weight on squat, bench, or deadlift. Put my head down, stay consistent in the gym, and through that 3-year period, my peak during school, I got up to 185 pounds. I can remember the day I finally did 225 on bench, 315 on squat, and 405 on deadlift, which is a pretty big accomplishment in the world of strength. Anyone that can hit those three, I feel like they've made a lot of progress and should be very proud of themselves. After graduation, there's something going around the world that kind of shut everything down. Everyone knows what they're talking about. During that time, I struggled to find a job and found a position that was across the state. So packed up my things, I moved. And my intention was to stay consistent in the gym, but between the workload and some other things that were going on, my overall mental health kind of just fell off, and I lost a ton of progress when it came to my fitness. Overall strength went down a ton as I dropped all the way down to 160 pounds. I wasn't happy with myself and really tired of letting the factors take such a big part of my life. Fast forward a year or so, I was luckily able to move back closer to home, near my friends, my family. My whole demeanor changed and urge to commit myself back to self-betterment in order to get back where I was at an all-time high. I immediately started back at the gym, eating right. Fortunately, I was able to get back some size very quickly and got back up to around 180 pound range in about 3 to 4 months, which was huge. And it just shows how quickly you can get that initial strength gain and size back if you're very diligent in your overall process. And fast forward about 1.5 years, and that brings us to this video. Currently the strongest I've ever been. My training is going extremely well. Headspace is the best it's ever been. I'm currently sitting about 198, 200 pounds, depending on the day, and trying to strategically bulk. I don't want to dirty bulk. It's too much, although it does work for some people. I'm just kind of afraid of what that would potentially lead to. But the goal is to get to about 215 and then cut back down to 200, 205. I find myself, I feel really good at this 200 pound range, but afraid of, I don't really want to get winded walking upstairs, if you catch my drift. So that's why I definitely want to stay in this specific range. We need to put on a little bit more size and then cut back down just to make sure it's good weight. Learned a lot along the way, whether it be different training methods, nutrition, mental health. Most importantly, I've learned for you to just be your biggest champion when fighting towards your goals. I look forward to sharing this journey as it continues with you all, and hope to help you on your own as well. Even if you can take some minute thing I say or some minute thing I show in training and it helps you, that's a huge benefit. So if you're still watching, stay tuned for all that's coming to the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss any of it, and let's get on this journey together.